life is like an adventure. Really, a big
I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book because, well, everyone has a book in them, but I often think one of my favorite jokes with my best mate, Saul, would always be like, well, truth is stranger than fiction. I cannot, this is like a movie. It's like a movie. Come on, let's start the show. Like,
yeah.
Really.
One of the chapters that I'm very curious about is your Slam 101 chapter. You brought No But Seriously, What Drives You Crazy, and you just turned morning radio for the urban young population into something like, yo, wait, that could be brass taps, but hipper. Like, and then you're gone. 5 years later, you're gone. Give me the scoop.
Scoop. Well, it was extraordinary, you know, and what a thing we started. It was, in retrospect, again, it was brave. You never think it at the time. I remember when I told my brother and sister, I'm going to be doing a morning show, I've decided, because I was home for a year, sort of deciding, I went to Sports Match, spent a little time in Kingston, decided what I wanted to do. I said, I'm going to be doing a morning radio show on a new radio station, and my brother and sister both were like, another radio station? They were very skeptical. I thought, oh, maybe it won't work. And then we had all of this success, which was amazing, and what a wonderful 5 years I had there. But I struggled a little bit internally at the company, and I felt like it was time for me to move on. I felt like I wasn't, them not really rate me, you know? I didn't really feel like they rated me, and I wanted to be in an environment that supported me because I worked hard, I gave it my all, and it wasn't a lot of money.
Right.
It was an all-encompassing life. I can no longer go anywhere without people saying, wait, how's the girl, how's the girl?
Right.
But I didn't feel I was being compensated financially, emotionally, or in a supportive manner, even internally.
So, golf,
yeah,
yoga, squash, sportswoman,
yeah,
media person.
Yeah.
What you doing next?
Yeah, who knows?
What's going next?
Well, obviously, I'm doing more TV than I've ever done. I've always been on the radio, you know, for many, many years. In fact, I think enough years to call myself a veteran. But I haven't done much TV. I've done sporadic TV. So I'm doing a bit more of that, which is not as good as radio. And who knows what's next? I have a friend called Joy Vogt who's a great inspiration. You think I do a lot of things? Honestly, this girl's outrageous. But she always says, what else is possible? So I'm living it. I would love a family. I would love to meet someone and settle down and make a family together, even while continuing my media. That's one of my priorities. It never used to be a priority. It used to be all work, but now that's like, I'm approaching that with military precision.
No, unfortunately, you know, it's considered brave when a woman says that in these times, because apparently I don't know if I came through the generation where independent women, independent
but
women.
I'm supremely independent, doesn't mean I don't need a partner.
No, but the independent woman generation was that one when they were like, oh, I don't need a man, I don't need a man.
Oh yeah, I need a man.
You know, I don't need a man thing.
But we need each other. We need each other. We live in challenging times, mostly because women have been forced to work. Most families need 2 incomes at best, at least, should I say, to be functioning. And I'm very happy. I mean, I'm clearly born of the generation of independent women. You know, I've been working very hard since I was 16. I remember at 17, the summer of 17, I had about 4 jobs, and my mother said, I'm always very proud of your work ethic. You know, in my household, there was never any difference made between my brother and my sister and I didn't understand the whole gender dynamic until I got out into the world. Similarly, I come from a family with a very strong marriage. My parents are still married and happy, and so I never really understood the struggle for relationships until I got in the big bad world. And the truth is, I can watch now for sure through my eyes and see that the most valuable, the most rewarding, the most important times are with your family. And I would like that for myself. Unapologetically.
Is it hard to date though?
Very hard to date. A lot of people are like, wow, you're crazy. You have a big voice. You do a lot of things well. Or maybe they have preconceived notions of who they think I am, which is understandable. And also, there are not a lot of like great guys. There are not a lot of great guys. Every now and again, I've seen about 3 or 4 this year, and I want to note them. And you know, if they're married, I was like, yeah, that's the kind of man I feel I could marry. That's the kind of. I really make note because it's so easy to say, oh, there are no men. There are.
There are men.
Saw 4 this year, so.
All right. And I think it's amazing that you've chosen to be on this island because you have the option: Australia, England. But why
Canada?
Why Barbados?
Ah, boy, I'm going through those big questions now. Sometimes I'm like, why Barbados?
Yeah.
But of course, it's such a wonderful place to live. Our quality of life here is supreme. The weather all year round, things being close together. I love my sports. I love my family. Everybody's here. So I think it's easy to choose it as a place to live. There are challenges everywhere you go. Yeah. But a big part of my decision was that I feel my country needs me. I feel my country needs me. Right now, I can go anywhere in the world. I've done a lot of traveling. I've done a lot of experience getting. And if everyone decides to go off and sail away into the sunset, the country will sink. Our greatest minds, we lose them. So actually I look around and I think that's part of my evaluation, my pros and cons. Don't forget country needs you. Forget.
That's really empowering though, because most people don't think of themselves in that way. I remember, Kennedy has said, don't ask what you can
do for your country.
But right.
Yeah.
But your country, right. That whole thing. And I'm like, but we're never empowered in that way. We're not taught in that way. We're coming through school, it's always about, you do this for somebody else. Clean the roads for the tourists. Be this way because of somebody coming,
Yeah.
But you never taught like, yo, this is a valuable place. This is your home.
It's always confused me because in big countries like the US, I understand how people feel disconnected from the process, right? They see a new president, they're like, yeah, I put an X down, but they don't feel that they can touch, they can be. In a place where there are 300,000 people, I always look around at my friends and my colleagues and think, if not you, who? You think people just pop ferries and they're just popping up fixing our fiscal constraints, our environmental degradations, our gender issues? You think people just popping up? No. And then we're critical of some of the zany people we have in leadership positions. But the truth is, we have to step up.
Woman. Oh, woman. Ha. Woman, yeah. Oh, woman.